What's going on, everybody? Tanner Weidman of Barbarian Body. Today I'm going to be telling you guys the raw truth about getting your abs and getting them to actually show. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I'm going to be giving you guys a very simplistic, not easy, but very simplistic process for finally getting your six-pack abs to show just in time for summer. As always, let's just get straight into this one. And just before we start, if you guys could smash that bell notification icon right beside the subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, if you want your abs to show and you currently do not have them showing, there's one mistake and one thing that you need to attack, and that's simply body fat. No matter how many crunches you do, you can do 1,000 crunches every single day, Monday to Sunday for the next 6 months. If you maintain the same amount of body fat percentage that you have currently, all core workouts and core routines are just gonna be constantly wasting your time and spinning your wheels. You need to get your body fat percentage down. Now, this is the main thing that guys tend to ask me. They say, well, Tanner, I just have body fat in my abdominals. So if I go ahead and do crunches or planks or sit-ups or Russian twists, is that gonna target the body fat there so that I can get my abs to show? And the answer is no. You cannot target body fat. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say that, but it's absolutely impossible. So then the next question typically is Tanner, how do I lose the fat in my belly then? And the very simplistic answer is you have to lose fat overall. And that's the only way you can do it. Look, your body tends to store fat first in the stomach and then lose it last there as well. So the very simplistic process that you have to follow is to get into a calorie deficit. Now there's two ways of going about doing this. Firstly, the one that's gonna have the most impact on you is the diet that you're following currently. If you aren't in a calorie deficit right now, and if you've got a lot of fat actually covering your abdominals, there's a good chance that you're in a calorie surplus, and that's just causing your body to consistently store fat. And if you're somebody right now who isn't able to see their abdominals, but is constantly saying, oh, you know, I am in a calorie deficit, but I just still can't lose the fat, guess what? Newsflash, you are not. Stop being delusional, stop lying to yourself. You need to track how you're eating for the next 3 to 5 days. Track every single morsel of food. I mean sauces, I mean beverages, drinks, pops, sodas, coffees, if you're putting cream in your coffee, energy drinks, alcohol. What you're gonna notice is after that 3 to 5 day period, after you've tracked absolutely everything, is, wow, would you look at that? I'm actually in a calorie surplus, and there's no wonder I can't lose all of this fat. So that's the very first area that you want to handle. It's gonna have the most impact, and it's actually gonna require the least amount of effort compared to the next option, which is going to be to increase your physical activity. Whenever I recommend anybody to start losing fat, I recommend the very simplistic process of going for a walk about 3 times per week for say 20 to 30 minutes. Now after you've got that covered, I really hope, if you're following my channel, then you should be following some form of a resistance training routine or a workout routine. And if you don't have one and you don't know where to go, as always, head on over to the description box. You can head on over to my website, thebarbarianbody.com, where you can check out tons of my programs that you can enroll in. So if you're not already working out, then I recommend you're gonna be training about 3, 4, maybe even 5 times per week. These workouts are gonna be to, yes, burn fat, but also so that you can start to build up muscle in your physique. This is really gonna go hand in hand with the losing fat so that your overall body composition is really gonna significantly improve as opposed to you just losing fat, which is gonna be beneficial for keeping you motivated to constantly keep working when you're seeing, wow, I'm seeing a lot of results. So after you've got those things covered right there, then you can go ahead and implement other forms of cardiovascular activity, whether that's going to be high intensity interval training, whether you wanna do intervals of sprint training, whether you want to do HIIT routines such as the ones that you can find on my YouTube channel right here, the follow along ones, those ones are super cool. There's also tons of different routines you could do, plyometrics, circuit training. Those are going to be your best alternatives and options for actually losing the body fat, in addition to obviously your diet and going through a calorie deficit. Combine those things together right there, and you're really going to notice your body fat go down quite significantly. Now, the next and final step, and this is the first question that guys have, and you'll notice that I put this as the last step, is your abdominal training routine. So now that I've got the myth of, you know, doing ab workouts or core workouts is going to be able to help you to burn fat in your midsection or in your belly, which it will not, we can now start to use our abdominal training to actually grow the muscles so that, you know, in addition to us losing the body fat, we're able to get the muscles to push through a little bit as well. Again, going hand in hand so you're able to see those results a lot faster. And what I'm actually gonna recommend is that you guys perform about 2 to 3 abdominal workouts per week and ensure that you're giving yourself 48 hours worth of rest in between each one of these abdominal workouts. So if you do ab workout number 1 on Monday, be sure to at least wait until Wednesday before you do ab workout number 2. And then from Wednesday, at least wait until I think about Saturday, that's when you can do workout number 3. I'm just trying to do the math in my head right there. This just gives your abdominals the time that they need to repair, to recover, and to grow. If you're constantly doing ab workout after ab workout, you know, day after day after day after day, you do abs 7 days per week, you're not giving your body the appropriate time that it needs to actually repair and grow the tissues. So you don't want to be the newbie that just goes, I'm gonna go balls to the wall and just go absolutely ham. Give yourself the time that you need to recover. Now, the type of abdominal training that I actually recommend to do is circuit style. That's personally what I enjoy, and I don't actually prefer to do it based on repetitions. I feel like whenever I go for a set of, you know, say 20 crunches and then 20, you know, Russian twists, I tend to find it's a lot easier than if I were to do a time set for say 20 to 30 seconds when you're focusing on having the absolute best form that you possibly can, having a good time under tension and control, and you're not incorporating momentum. That's what I feel is honestly the most impactful for actually training your core. So what I recommend you do is perform 3 exercises. Your first exercise is gonna be to target the upper abdominals. The second exercise is gonna be to target the lower abdominals. And then your third exercise will be to target the obliques. What you're gonna go ahead and do is perform each one of those exercises for about 30 to 60 seconds. Rest after that full circuit right there. No rest in between each one of those exercises. Rest about 45 to 60 seconds and then repeat that exact routine about 2 to 3 times. You should be able to get this done in about 10 to 15 minutes. Depends on how much rest that you actually need. And then that should be sufficient in actually breaking down the abdominal muscles. But remember, the main thing when it comes to actually getting your abs to show is to lose overall body fat percentage. Start with your diet, then follow up with physical activities such as your cardiovascular and your resistance training, and then at the very end you can tack on your abdominal training so you can help to actually build up the muscle tissue there and the size so that you can get the abdominals to pop through while you're lowering your body fat percentage, as well as also strengthening your core too. So there you guys go. That concludes today's video. I really hope I was able to present this in a very simplistic way that you guys are going to be able to apply and follow consistently and long term. Now, if you guys are looking for a training or a workout program, then be sure to head on over to thebarbarianbody.com. There's going to be a link down in the description somewhere below this video right here. Head on over to my site and you can check out all of the programs that I have. I have gym programs, I've got home programs. We're about to put out diet plans, so maybe by the time you're watching this video, you're able to check out some of the diet plans. We're constantly growing the archive of our programs and our services that we're offering to you guys. So if you are interested in that and are looking for a step-by-step system, then again, be sure to hit the link that's down in the description or visit www.thebarbarianbody.com. So there you guys go. That concludes today's video. If you guys enjoyed this one, then be sure to smash that like button down below, and also be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. That one is very important for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I will see you all in the next video.